The home stretch of the PLL season brings the best players in the world out west, and it starts this weekend in the Big D. Week 8 kicks off with Archers and Atlas, the two highest scoring teams in the PLL, as we welcome you to the PLL on ESPN, presented by Champion. Archers and Atlas, not only the top two teams in the league alphabetically, also the top two teams in the league in scoring and score differential. The Archers plus 20 tops in the PLL, Atlas plus 12 tied for second, and these two teams have stars abound.
The Archers come in number one defensively in terms of efficiency.
Nice feed from Jeff Teat, and the Bulls are on the board first. Dox Aiken makes it 1-zip Atlas.
Good sign for Aiken, just 3 goals coming into today's contest. You're gonna see Teat just kind of drive down, and Aiken cuts right through the middle. It looks like there was a little bit of confusion off ball. Alexander is late for that recovery to get back to Aiken, who does a beautiful job of reaching over of Gittleman's shoulder to bury that home with a severe low angle.
Dox Aiken, out of Carolina. Comfortable in that baby blue with the short stick. Gray, lefty shot from a ridiculous angle, and the rookie's on the board in Frisco. He says all he needs to see is the corner, Ryan.
Beat me to the punch. Kind of a signature statement from Chris Gray. His announcement into the league is, hey Chris, how much do you need to see? Just a corner. And this was true to form. Left hand stick on the outside, and he absolutely rings the post with this shot. You don't get any more accurate than that. That is a severe angle. What gorgeous placement there by Gray.
Holman and Manny, the bunk bed bros, were roommates for 6 years. Still trying to find the mark, though, down 2-zip, almost halfway into the first quarter. Nice setup, and Aiken bats it home. Not sure that's how he drew it up, but Dox has his second of the first quarter.
Yeah, you can see that smile on his face. I think you're maybe being a little too generous here. Sometimes you just need the ball to bounce your way. It's a gorgeous dodge by Teat, get in the middle of the field. You can see Alexander kind of hedge to help, and on this feed it's going to glance off of Aiken's stick, who tries to corral it, and it deflects right in the net.
Second time was the charm for Connor Fields.
And you could hear Tucker Durkin yelling, "Discipline, Danny," i.e. Danny Logan, who was on ball with Fields, so reminding his teammate of their scouting report. Here you're going to see, after this loose ball, Fields picks it up, and just no one picks him up. And it looks like Marcus Holman kind of sets a screen here. He kind of screens off Danny Logan and the incoming Atlas defender, Craig Chick. So it's just a sea of humanity, and Fields shoots right over the top. Kincannon, tough time picking up, tracking that ball through those 3 players right in front of him, screening Fields.
We'll give and go with Will Manny, the top scorer in the league. Here comes Schreiber, reigning midfielder of the year in the league, against Danny Logan, the best short stick teammate last year. Schreiber rolls back and scores. Captain America getting physical to make it 3-2.
And this is the same action I pointed out earlier. They throw it right back to Schreiber, who zooms around the cage, takes Danny Logan up in front and just does an inside roll. This is a move you practice in the backyard time and time again, and here's why. You do the inside roll, and then you add a little flair with the twister. You can see as he took that shot, he changed the trajectory, kind of brought his stick up above his head, put a little English on it. Tougher to read if you're Kincannon in net.
Went through the legs as well. Performance so far this year. Archers with 10 to shoot. Schreiber at the controls again. Ryan Ambler switches hands, shoots, Kincannon turns it aside. Rebound is put back in spectacular fashion. A behind-the-back special for Marcus Holman ties it at 3.
What a goal by Holman. You're going to see Ambler dodge down the alley. This attempt, Kincannon tries to corral it, and Holman picks it up. And as quick as he picks it up, he whips it behind his back. You can see Rexroad coming to his front shoulder. So Holman adjusts by just keeping that momentum after picking up the loose ball and quickly gets it back on net. You can see Kincannon diving back to recover. This is the game we expected, Drew. You gotta love it.
That's right, Ryan. The over-under was 25. Screen from Ambler, behind the back, feed back to him. Ambler corrals, rolls. Nice save, Kincannon. 10 left in the first quarter. Let's see what this Atlas midfield can cook up.
A lot of green.
Costabile, one of the fastest players in the PLL. And the shot goes upstairs, and Costabile sticks it.
You heard me kind of chime in with a lot of green. So in the substitution game, you're basically looking at a 5-on-5. Doesn't seem like a lot, Drew, but with one less defender to be a part of the rotation, there's just way more space for a guy like Costabile to operate. And you can see he generates an advantage over Alexander. The initial slide angle is just poor. Costabile runs right by that first slide and is able to end up one-on-one with Gittleman.
And for Bulls fans, and I know there are a lot, we saw Bailey Carlin's tweet earlier, that is a welcome sign to see Brian Costabile kind of get unglued a little bit. He's struggled this year. He's only shooting 18%. He's been 28% or above in each of his first 2 years with the team. Back looking for an angle. Good defense from Alexander. Feeds Teat. How did that get through? Jeff Teat puts it home for his 17th goal of the season.
I mean, how in the world does he handle this? I mean, he's on the turf. You can see Costabile kind of dances back and forth. Ratliff eventually is going to support here, and somehow that ball trickles through to Teat on his back, on the backside, and he finishes it on his back end. Kind of leaning towards the ground, able to corral that and get enough on it to go top shelf as he hits the deck.
That guy's hands are just out of this world.
His hands and his body control are just remarkable.
There's Danny Logan tracking down the faceoff win for Atlas.
What a tough physical ground ball there by Logan.
Some space and another goal for the Bulls. Chris Gray makes it back-to-back for Atlas.
And this is just a gorgeous feed. I talked about risk-reward proposition earlier, but we're going to see what Teat sees as we move this ball down the field. Keep it going for a little bit. Freeze it right here. So this is a tough proposition. You basically got Chris Gray up top and then the long pole inside. So he's reading this defender in terms of where he goes. So he's going to identify that defender goes down with Chick. That opens up the skip to Chris Gray. So great job by Chick. He doesn't get on the scoreboard, but that cut flying down to the crease, that draws the defense down, which opens up the perimeter skip to Gray.
In corrals, and maybe now a chance for the Archers to run.
You got to run on a runner.
Here comes Holman. Sets it up. Amen. Looked at the goal finally, went low to high and scored his first of the season. Grant Amen is back. It's bad news for the rest of the PLL.
Grant, we're watching the replay just like you are. What, in terms of running on a runner, you got to push transition when the other team does. How do you weigh when to push it versus when to pull it out?
We definitely had numbers going up and out. That was a great outlet by Gitz up to Marcus. And then, when you got JR, Matt Moore, and Trey coming down, that's the personnel that we want to push with. And they didn't really pick me up, so just stepped into it.
Obviously, your second game back. What have you seen that's new from this offense as you've returned to the field?
Yeah, certainly Matt Moore brings a whole other speed element for us. And, he can beat just about anybody in this league and takes a little bit of the onus off of other Dodgers. And, I think we're still trying to figure it out, but that's what the rest of August and September are for.
Well, thanks, Grant. Keep things rolling. Their normal offensive set. This is going to be any sort of special play here, but
so Matt Moore, the rookie, starts with it with 20 seconds to go. Moore hits the gas, fires and scores. Matt Moore says, enough of that drawing anything up, I'll take it myself.
You don't need to draw up a lot when you've got Dodgers and playmakers like Matt Moore, who just runs through a stick check of Van Rapphorst. It looks like Van Rapphorst lost his stick.
I talked to Justin Inacio yesterday, and he talked about wanting to perform better than the first time he did against Trevor Baptiste. It was only Inacio's second career game, and he struggled against Baptiste. First goal is on the board already for Atlas in this second half, and it's Daniel Buccaro. So can the midfield wake up? That's the question for the Bulls.
We were talking about Buccaro at halftime off camera, but needed to see more from Buccaro. Haven't really called Dennis's name yet, nor Crawley's. Can those three guys who can initiate part of your offense get cooking? And Buccaro, right off of the opening face-off win, does just that, winning his individual matchup. Archer's a little slow to slide here, and Buccaro right in the middle of the field. A lot of net to shoot at, and he buries it. But can you generate more from those midfielders specifically?
The former Georgetown Hoyas coming off his best game of the season. 3 points against Redwoods last year. He's the champ. Inacio wins a faceoff. That's big for the rookie as Archers try to tie it back up or maybe take the lead on a 2. But Cade Van Rapphorst, the former Duke Blue Devil, takes it away.
He loves the 2.
Gets it back. Van Two-Bomb. A little bit of a change-up that time, but it works out. Put 2 on the board for the Bulls.
Was this a change-up, Drew, or did this get deflected?
Yeah, he doesn't throw change-ups.
No.
I think it might have gotten tipped.
Van Rapphorst loves hunting the 2s in transition. It looks like it hit Connors, doesn't it?
I think so.
Or maybe the trajectory got changed by that stick check at the end. It looks like Connors either got a piece of the ball or the handle.
I think it definitely hit his
stick. On that first replay, you could see.
So Cade Van Rapphorst, you see it's his 3rd goal of the season. It's also his 3rd 2-pointer. He's the first guy with 3 2-pointers this year. Check it out again.
Connors either got a piece of Van Rapphorst's stick or the ball might have deflected off of the handle itself.
Either way, it found Twine. Back-to-back wins at the stripe for Inacio. What an interception. That's Craig Chick who takes it away. Sets up the Bulls to run. Teat turns and scores. Jeff Teat back in his bag in Frisco.
Defense to offense. Let's start with Craig Chick. He's going to reach out and intercept this casual pass, and then it's off to the races from there. And when you get numbers in transition, this Atlas attack is so lethal and creative. The backhanded attempt by Teat to finish things off. But what an interception by Chick to get us going.
For a second, Archers come away with it. Here comes Inacio, the face-off guy. One extra feed, sharp angle shot bounces through. It's Holman again and a hat trick for the veteran.
Archers, they're willing to run as well. In this instance, they create some transition. Inacio hits the point man. Ament goes one more to Holman, who buries it. 5-hole on Kincannon.
Trail by 3. Holman. Here's Tom Schreiber. Uses the screen. Matched up with Van Raphorst now. Two-bomb is on the way from Holman. It's stopped by Kincannon, who went down to a knee. 8 saves for Jack Kincannon, the All-Star now. Ambler's lefty shot is a beauty. Back to a 2-point game.
Strong, aggressive dodge here by Ambler. You're going to see him sweep across the top and gain advantage over Dearth. The slide is just a hair late. You're going to see Van Raphorst come out. He's just a little bit late, and that allows Ambler to get his hands free and bury this one. Beautiful placement, offside high on Kincannon. You can see that go over his left shoulder. Kincannon tries to punch that hand across, and Ambler just had too much on it. Or they're going to call it, and if I lose that, like, whatever, who cares?
Really heady stuff from the rookie out of Ohio State. And now it's a Vineyard Vines power play for Archers, and they cash in. Tommy Schreiber with a lefty rip. It's a 1-goal game in Frisco.
And you can see the immediate benefit from Inacio's decision making as Ament carries up and just no one picks up Schreiber. And there's a huge void that he's able to just step in, let it rip. Beautiful placement. Again, that offside high. Kincannon tries to punch that hand across, but Schreiber just enough gas on that to get it past him.
With the left hand. Gray, left-handed pass, and the finish is there. Eric Law is on the board. Makes it 11-9 Bulls.
And there's just no second slide here. So you're going to see Chris Gray on a short stick. Well, you better support that matchup. So he goes to dodge. Freeze it right here. You're going to see McMahon. He's going to help. He's going to help. And then Eric Law is just going to fall behind him. And then all of these Archers defenders out over here. One of you guys, you've got to be the second slide. One of you guys has to then go and support. So because of that off-ball pick, off-ball action, off-ball cutting and movement, there's just no support behind that first slide. So good off-ball movement by Atlas, and Law is able to capitalize on it.
Hanged up. Have to check in on that, but Archer's pushing. Holman stopped by Kincannon. This guy's everywhere. Costabile gets it to Law. Aiken, what a finish. It's a hat trick for Dox Aiken, and his third goal comes at a crucial time to give the Bulls a 3-goal lead.
You just had the feeling when he got the first one on the board that he might have had a game in him. They quickly swing it to him. He goes underneath and somehow finds enough daylight. Watch him go back to his left hand, increase that shooting angle, and kind of yank it top shelf. But that is a critical series. The turnover on the clear, and then Atlas coming back and stretching this lead to 3. You know, with Baptiste at the face-off stripe, this is basically insurmountable. That goal right there by Aiken iced the game. Everybody else locks off ball.
Dox Aiken starts with it. Double team, double pulled. Aiken somehow gets out of it. Here comes Dox, his fourth of the day, and Dox delivers the dagger in Dallas.
And offensively, you can draw up this, that, and the other. And sometimes what you do, Drew, is you just give the ball to your best athlete, and you just say run.
Against Atlas, tip your cap to this Bulls defensive unit. Romar Dennis all alone, and he stings a corner. This might be getting interesting for some people who are invested in the total of this game.
And look, score differential matters. So you think about the Aiken goal and now the Dennis goal. That's an extra 2 for Atlas. You got to imagine down the stretch as these two teams are jockeying for position along with the Whips and Chrome at kind of the top of the league. The Archers had a huge score differential coming into this, so knocking that down a few pegs.
Hey, Ryan, that's a great point. That goal by Dennis has solidified now. If they end with a 5-goal win, Atlas will pass Archers in terms of score differential. And the Bulls sweep the Archers in the regular season. The two highest scoring teams in the league clash in Dallas, and Atlas wins again, 14-9.
Atlas have 2 losses, Drew. In both of those losses, the other team had 3 two-point goals. It's pretty good.